everyone, this is Saba.
And I'm Aline.
And this is
Off the Mat. Today we're going to talk about some acts of self-love, what self-love could look like, and how to get to a point where you love yourself beyond what you see in the mirror and beyond what you tell yourself. I think the first thing we need to touch on is that loving yourself goes beyond what you tell yourself and beyond what you see in the mirror. Like there's many other ways to show yourself love and many other ways to love yourself that don't have to do with physical looks.
100%. Or like your appearance or stuff like
Mhm.
that. For me, one of my favorite ways to do that is my journaling and listing at least 3 of like things that I am grateful for in that day. Whether I'm journaling in the morning, that's when like I do it in the morning and I think about, okay, what am I grateful for today? Or like if I'm doing it at night, again, same thing. What I was grateful for that day that has passed, right? I realized that it boosts my energy and it just helps me think more positively in the day, which honestly, like nowadays, I feel like that's the most thing that people struggle with. We're our own worst critics,
100%,
right?
yeah.
So like we always, it's most than anyone else, we are the one bullying ourselves or judging ourselves or stuff like that, where and it might all come off our perfectionism and how like we expect ourselves to be, but that does not help us one bit. And I realized that like when I journal and especially when I write the things down that I am grateful for, as small and little as, okay, like I have a healthy body, I am grateful that I am breathing today, I am grateful that I'm holding this pen and I am writing this down. As small as that, it just gets me going.
We have so much to be grateful for.
I
totally agree. Like I think that's one thing that's very helpful is like to realize just how much you have to love yourself for. I think my way to like self-love is to allow myself to rest because I'm the kind of person that's constantly like go 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 from work to school, second job to this to that and like everything around. So allowing myself to like decompress at the end of the day is like by far my favorite. Like if I'm teaching a bunch of classes back to back, I go home and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a nice bath, like a relaxing shower, and then just have like a nourishing dinner and just lay down and rot in bed and like play word games on my phone and watch How I Met Your Mother. Like that's literally my perfect way to
and
just
not
like
feel
show
guilty
myself
about
love.
it.
Exactly. Like I understand that I was already productive, like I was a big girl all day, and this is my time to just like lay in bed and relax. So I definitely think that that's something that like changed my relationship with myself.
100%.
Yeah.
Another thing that I realized recently, like maybe the past year, I started doing was, especially with AI being so big right now, I started to listen to these affirmation songs. As silly as it may sound and cheesy, honestly, but there are so many good ones out there, and like there is literally a playlist, like so many playlists actually on Spotify that has these AI made affirmation music.
Oh, cool.
And they are about literally anything you want to manifest. It's about money, it's about health. If you want to travel more, there's a song about that. It's like so wide range of like other different genres of those kind of music, and I started to listen to that every morning. And
Aww.
it just like especially before coming to class to teach classes, it just like gets my energy
Boosts
high
your
up.
mood.
Yeah, it boosts my mood and it just like gets me ready to like start smiling and be happy and like spread that kind of energy and especially confidence within me and joy to other ladies that come to the studio to work out. And you never know what the other person is going through, so they honestly might come here, might come to my classes or to your store or whatever like it is that you do, and they might just need that little spark that you are giving them that day.
It goes to our first point where it's like There are so many ways to show yourself love, whether that is rest, whether that is clean food, like either clean food or allowing yourself like a sweet treat at the end of the day, or going for a walk, taking yourself shopping. Like there is just so much that you can do for yourself. The whole point is just to make yourself feel good. That is showing yourself self love, making yourself feel worthy, making yourself feel good at the end of the day. And there are so many healthy ways to do that.
Put in bracket, like, honestly, all Eileen said just reminded me of like, you need to be in the moment. You need to listen to your body. You need to listen to your heart and um, really nourish what it's asking you to do. Because at the end of the day, it's like, you know how the line goes, the savior is in the mirror, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that itself, it's like, it's you. It's not about the appearance or the body shape that you see in the mirror. It's you. It's the heart that you carry. It's the soul that you have, and you need to take care of it. And how you do that is by listening to it, by giving yourself the time of the day, by giving yourself the attention that you would give to other people around you. Start being in the moment, start listening to yourself and your heart, and just nourish yourself because you deserve it.
Let's give you the list of things that we agreed on that can be just some examples of self love. So, like we said, rest, good food, could be clean food or allowing yourself a treat, journaling, taking a class, going for a walk, taking a spa day, maybe booking a day off work to show yourself love. And yes, it's also what you tell yourself, it's also your self talk, and we will touch on that also a little bit later. So let's start with, okay, well, I realize that I need to love myself a little bit more. What do I do moving forward? How do I even begin? Where do I start?
I think, in my opinion, it all starts with your habits. The the habits that you build for yourself. Like, for example, for me, I realized all the self love journey began when I was actually going through a very tough breakup. And so I immediately, like, randomly, I started going on early morning walks for myself in nature, no headphones on, just listening to the birds, just connecting to the nature. And immediately after a few weeks, I actually started to see, like, I started to actually value myself a little bit more, and I felt that, like, heaviness off my shoulder. And little by little, I started, like, working out, because, like, when you are going through such a big thing, you might not even want to go to classes anymore, right? You want to just stay home, not move out of bed, and it's just like, it's a lot of pressure, a lot of anxiety. And one way or another, we've all been there, in different forms, in different shapes, for different reasons. So no judgment there. Again, that's what your body needs, what your mind needs then, but then you gotta move. And for me, it was the first step. It was going on walks on my own, with no one to talk to, just for me to connect with nature.
Yeah, like reflect.
Yeah, reflect, exactly. And on my free time, when I was, like, maybe doing chores, maybe cleaning the house, like cleaning my room, whatever, I would listen to Mel Robbins podcasts,
No, Robbins is
writing those things that like, again, when it comes some nights that I'm lazy and I don't want to put that pen into paper, like, I'm that lazy that I just want to, like, lie down and night, but I still force myself, even if I'm not putting the pen to paper, I just write it on my phone's note app, or like I tap it out, just at least three things. I don't need a full list of 10 things. I just commit myself and discipline myself to do those three, like that, just write down those three things, or just say it out loud to myself that I'm grateful for breathing, I'm grateful for my comfy bed right now, I'm tired, I'm in a comfy bed. um and, like, and that's it.
Yeah.
I, like, my mind still feels that, okay, I did it, so check.
And I think the first step is just noticing. Like, pay attention to how you talk to yourself, pay attention to what it is you do for yourself and how you can build on that, right? So, like Saba said, for her, the the feeling of like going on a walk and just being on her own and like reflecting with nature was the way that she started showing herself love. So noticing that, like noticing what it is that you do and thinking, okay, well, from here, what else can I do? And just like exactly like asking yourself, moving forward, what is something that you want to start doing? What is a habit that you want to get yourself into? And I think that's like the gist of like what you need to reflect on. If there is one thing that you take from this episode forward, is just like these two questions of what am I doing right now, like noticing, and what I want to be doing. Just reflect on that.
I always wanted to be an early bird and wake up early, but I never did it. But that was when I was like, you know what? This has been on my mind forever. Why not? Let's do it. Let's create that excuse. Okay, I want to go on walks. I have to go on walks. I promised myself. So I'm going to wake up early. So there's no, like, there's less traffic, there's less people on the trail. So that way I checked my to do list of waking up early and becoming an early bird, and also getting my steps in, and also reflecting with nature and feeling that, oh my god, like the problem that I feel that it's so huge right now for me, like I'm so little in this beautiful huge like world, right? Like look at the nature, look at the trees, like you're so tiny compared to that. Small steps, they might look so small but they help a lot.
And you kept a promise to yourself, which I think is really important. Like that's such an important way to show yourself love, is like you said you were going to do something and you kept that promise to yourself and you built on that. Like you said you would go on a walks, you said you would wake up early, and you did it, and it's like, okay, well, check, and also I did something for myself today. So I think that's like super important.
Yeah, 100%.
But once you've reflected and figured out how it is that you treat yourself now and what it is that you want to move forward to doing, we've come up with a couple ways to help you wrap your head around like how to move forward, right? So the first thing that I think is really important to touch on is stack your habits. The easiest way, or like one of the easier ways to get in the habit of doing something, is to link it to an already existing habit or routine that you have. So, for example, if someone were to want to start flossing, okay, they would link that habit to an already existing habit that they have, being brushing their teeth, right? So, you're already in the routine of doing something, you're adding one more thing up on top of it, so it also becomes kind of like a lengthened part of your routine, and then eventually you build on that to kind of make that into part of your lifestyle. That also goes to say, if you are trying to get in the habit of doing something, give yourself 21 days to get in that habit and get it locked down, build that momentum. And then 90 days is to create that habit into a lifestyle. So you say, okay, well, I've realized that I need to be kinder to myself the way that I talk to myself. Okay, fine. Lock that in for the next 21 days. I'm going to notice and change my self talk. And then realize that, like, okay, for 21 days it might be challenging, you're still getting in the habit of doing that, and then for 90 days, that's where your momentum lives, where you're like, okay, from here on out, you're just making it a lifestyle, you're creating that lifestyle for yourself, and by 90 days it'll be a part of your life and what you do on a daily.
I just wanted to add something to what you said. Like talking to yourself is, yes, very important. We already talked about it, but we sometimes don't even realize how we're talking to ourselves. Like for example, something as little that I like Victoria, our like my trainer for our instructor for the certificate, actually like made us understand. She fed it to us. Was that like don't call yourself weak. Like when it's natural to have one side stronger than the other side. It's completely not. It's just human. So sometimes when we're doing like, let's go, like my dominant side is my right. So when I'm doing something with my left, I'm like, oh my God, my left is so weak. No, no, no. That's exactly what we mean by self talk. Like that itself has so much negative energy to you that your body immediately believes it. And afterwards, it's even worse than it was before because you keep feeding it, oh my God, my left is so weak. Whereas if you say, oh my God, I need to work my left a little bit harder, you're saying the same thing, you're just playing with words. So when we say like self-talk, we don't necessarily mean that, oh my God, I hate myself, oh my God, why am I so so stupid. Like, no, those are the big ones, of course. Those are the most obvious ones. But we have some sneaky words that we call ourselves,
Yeah,
or
we
we
don't even
say just,
realize.
yeah, we say day to day, that we don't even realize what it carries and what it does to our body. And one thing that is very helpful in building those habits, whether it's your 21st day or the 90 day to build that lifestyle,
Or the first.
or the very first day. That's a good one. That is a good one. It just clicked for me too. When you accomplish something, when you do it, when you do that, check that point that you had on your list, celebrate that milestone. Reward yourself for that accomplishment, whether it's your favorite meal, whether it's something bougie that you wanted, like it was on your cart, you already added it, you're like, I don't know, should I not? That is your moment. Go shine, go purchase that. Like, if you want it, just go get it. Reward yourself, so you're making this process fun and rewarding. And subconsciously, you're more motivated to continue with it, because you know there's something waiting for you. Now, we kind of call that conditioning. So, like in psychological world, condition yourself. Why not? We live, like, we're only in this life once. We're living once, so why not enjoy yourself? There's nothing wrong with that.
I have to tell my chocolate story about the studio, about conditioning. When I just started working here, first of all, like, the studio is pretty far from my house, so it's quite the drive. And when I was just building out my clientele here, to come to classes, I was like, okay, well, what if nobody books, and da da da, and I was so scared. And Saba always has snacks at the studio. Okay, another reason to come to She Pilates and yoga is that you'll always be greeted by snacks. And so my absolute weakness is chocolate, and I'm also allergic to dairy. So we had some dairy-free chocolates here. And so eventually I noticed that as I'm making my way to the studio, I'm no longer feeling like nervous to teach the class or nervous to meet new people. Like, even the drive doesn't bother me anymore, because I know that when I get here, I'm going to treat myself to a chocolate. So Saba was like conditioning me. She didn't know, but she was conditioning.
I was not aware, I promise.
To love driving over to
Or
the studio.
did I?
Just like praising yourself and allow
Like,
yourself
as
to
small
celebrate.
as a chocolate, as a single chocolate.
Celebrate your success and reward yourself, because why not? You deserve it.
Yeah, for sure. It is not easy, especially at first, to stay consistent, stay disciplined. Again, we want to procrastinate. We like, it's easier to go the other way, because it's so much outside of your comfort zone when you're starting something new. So when you do stay disciplined, when you do stay consistent, you do deserve to a little treat.
So once you've set up your goal, once you've started working towards it, revisit the impact it's made on you. Start to journal from day 1 all the way to day 90. Every day, how is it feeling? What do you notice on day 1? And progressing through it, what do you notice on day 13? You are noticing the impact that it's making on you. And once you have one habit nailed down, start with a new one. Like, okay, well, now I eat healthier. Now I want to also start exercising. So that's another thing. Like, for my self-love, I want to start moving my body. Great. So that's another thing you can do for another 21 to 90 days. And just keep building on that. And this will help you build a mindset and a lifestyle that will eventually lead you to self-love.
We'd love to be part of your journey, on your building habits, self love, and all that. If you've been through something similar to what I like, my story and Aline's story, please feel more than welcome to share with us, because it's inspiring to hear everyone else's stories. So we would love to read your comments. And don't forget to subscribe, follow, and of course, like our video. And so that's it for today.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Until then,
see you on the mat.
Okay.
Was that good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good. My leg fell asleep. Ow, ow, ow.